We need to have a new school, and we should not look at it as an expenditure. We should look at it as an investment, because it is going to enable us to build more socially conscious adults, children into adults in a much more environmentally sustainable structure, while at the same time a new school helps to drive certain levels of investment and or growth. Ted alluded to this earlier. When businesses who are looking to locate or relocate into a community such as ours that has I-84, that has I-90, that has I-20, and then they take a look at the school system, they look at new schools, they look at Tantascwa, they say, wow, this is a great place for us to build an industrial or commercial site. It's a great place for us to have our employees raise their families, so it brings the type of financial investment as well as new residents to the community, and those new residents bring new ideas, bring new vibrancy, and obviously bring new tax dollars. So I believe that we have to invest in a new school. And that's my concern about some of our fundamental budget process, that I don't want to see taxpayers be so tax burdened in September when we have an opportunity to go after the funding for that school, that folks who don't have children in the school system begin to shy away and say, hey, you know, I can't afford another $200 or $300 a year. We've got to get the message out to folks and educate them that this is an investment. It is not an expenditure, and we have to look at other ways of saving tax dollars, and it shouldn't come at the cost of schools.
I'm in favor of the expansion and the rebuilding of Burgess. I think property values is definitely an issue. An acquaintance of mine had gone to a realtor recently looking for a new home. And the first question that the realtor said is, where would you like to live? And the person said, it really didn't matter. Any of these towns around here are kind of nice. And the question that the realtor said, do you have children? And she said, no, yes I do, rather, I'm sorry, yes I do. But I have a little child who will be going to school soon. Then she said, I would recommend that you move to Sturbridge, because Burgess is an excellent school. So this is from realtors, who was not a Sturbridge realtor, by the way, who are saying these things to prospective residents. I think that the property value, I think that the education level of the children speaks to itself. Burgess has an outstanding reputation. I don't have children here. I don't have grandchildren or nieces or nephews here. But the reputation of the school is everywhere, among parents, among residents. And I think that Sturbridge residents as a whole know this. And I think that's why Sturbridge has the reputation it has. I think it has had community support throughout. It doesn't build itself only from teachers and from administrators. It builds itself from residents as well.
Yeah, I have to agree that renovating Burgess is the priority capital project in town, and I think there's a real consensus on that. Now, the old adage is, you know, you've got to be educated by Plato on a stump than in the Acropolis. It's true. And I think that actually that fact is played out by the Burgess system. I mean, they're teaching on a stump, and they're doing quite well at it, to be frank. And the fact its reputation is as strong as it is with that facility gets you excited about thinking how good it's going to be when they do have that new school. And the facility, which can, I think, accentuate the positives of the teaching environment at Burgess. So it's a no-brainer in that regard. But Tom has no kids in the system. I have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. They'll be going to school eventually. My wife's going to love that. I know Ted's got 2 little ones. So I have a vested interest in it, and I'm excited about it. But at the same time, for those who do not have a vested interest in it, in terms of kids and the senior citizens, it helps them in this way. A new facility, you know, look at what Tantascwa's done, just looking at it. Imagine that at Burgess. It increases property values, and indeed, seniors gain by that. And indeed, a better educated, youthful population. Increases the energy and the dynamism of the town. So I think it's a win-win all around. Now, I admit that looking at the future prospects, it's going to be over $400 a year on average property taxes, and that is not to be taken lightly. And I don't think it is. I think for senior citizens on fixed incomes, it's a real concern. I think on balance, the benefit to the town, the benefit to the property taxes, makes it money well spent. But as Tom said, and I think we all agree, we need to be very careful on the back end. What we're going to do with other property taxes in terms of capital projects. And that is why I continue to go back to my original thing, a way forward. Well, we need to find new revenues. And that way forward happens to be down Route 15. in that water line.
Okay.
I'm a product of our school system. I've supported our school system throughout my whole term, and I've voted for our school system as a member of the Board of Selectmen and at town meeting. Everybody's gone over the reasons why renovating the Burgess School is so imperative. I think that I do have 2 children. I've also got 8 nephews and nieces in the school system, or going to be in the school system, or in the school system now. And again, as I said before, it's time we have a facility that is equal to the terrific faculty. So it's a no-brainer.
Can I follow up? I'm going to